Welcome everyone to the MTC Bat Mitzvah Club Ceremony 2023. This year, Bat Mitzvah Club takes on a special meaning because it's the year of Hakel. We had a fantastic Bat Mitzvah program this year. The girls got together once a month, learning a different Jewish theme in a fun, exciting, and creative way. I cannot believe that the year is over. It went so fast. I feel like it was just yesterday when you girls walked into our orientation with your moms and some of the dads too. You were excited, yet shy. Some of you girls didn't know each other. Over the course of the year, I've had the greatest pleasure in getting to know, firstly, watching you girls grow in so many ways, in your connection to Hashem and the Torah, in your sensitivity towards one another, and the friendships you've formed and the responsibilities that you've taken on. It was my pleasure to get to know you girls and to get to know your mums, your dads, and your families. The girls will now present the Bat Mitzvah Club song. Thank you, girls. That was lovely. We are going to now have each girl come up and talk about one of the topics that we learned this year. So I'd like to now call up Iris.
Hi, I hope that everyone's having a good evening. My name is Iris Avratik, and I attend Royal Vale School. My speech topic is my Hebrew name. My Hebrew name is Chaya Rivka. The name Chaya was my mom's Baba's name, and the name Rivka was my dad's Bubby's name. In Judaism, it's typical to be named after somebody who has passed as a way to honor their memory. This helps us remember what a great person they were and make sure that they are not forgotten. I think that it is very meaningful to be named after the amazing women in my family because it's a way to respect and honor them. This bat mitzvah speech inspired me to learn more about who Chaya and Rivka were. I found out that Chaya was born in a small town in Ukraine and she moved to Canada when she was about 3. She was modest and she helped babysit my mom and my aunt. Rivka was born in Austria and she moved to Canada as a young girl with her family. She had 3 sons. Also, she had a strong work ethic and worked hard all her life. They both raised their families with strong Jewish values which were passed down through the generations to me. Although I never met my great-grandmothers, these strong and caring women inspire me through the stories my grandparents and parents told me. After finding out more who my great-grandmothers were, I'm very honored to be named after them, and I hope that I can make them proud by being a strong, caring woman, doing mitzvahs and helping others.
Thank you, Iris. Okay, so it is a tradition here at the MTC that all bar and bat mitzvah graduates receive a gift on behalf of all the rabbis and the staff at the MTC. So we'd like to present this gift bag to Iris. And before she takes it away, I'm actually going to take a moment to demonstrate the gifts. So bear with me. Okay, so first here we have the bat mitzvah certificate. Hope you don't mind that I'm opening it up. Okay, so we have a certificate. I'm going to just read it out. The Montreal Torah Center presents this bat mitzvah certificate to Iris Chaya Rivka for successfully completing a year at the Bat Mitzvah Club. Mazel tov on your bat mitzvah. May you always be a source of nachat and pride to your dear parents and all Jewish people. June, it's Sivan 27, 5783, June 16, 2023. Okay, next, I want to actually show everyone. This is a beautiful crystal Shabbat candle stick. Every girl is actually going to receive one of these, and this is actually something that the girls earned. So it's kind of not really a gift, but they earned this, and I'll tell you how. We had a little challenge, actually a big challenge for the girls. They were asked to light Shabbat candles for a certain amount of weeks in order to receive this gift, and they did the challenge. They exceeded the amount of weeks they had to do the challenge, and we're giving this to the girls so that we really would love to encourage you girls to continue lighting the Shabbat candles every Friday before sundown. So this is for you girls. You're going to get one of those. The next thing we have for you girls is a siddur. Now, it's very special because each girl is actually going to get their Jewish name engraved on it. So that's something that you girls can keep very dear. Okay, and there's one last thing. Last but not least, we have a photo book for you girls. Now this is a photo book to look back and remember the most amazing fun times that we had this year. And at the back, we actually have a little letter that I want to read out to everyone. So this is a note to you girls. Dear Bat Mitzvah ladies, you started the year as Bat Mitzvah girls. You started after a full year of discovering your Jewish heritage, learning about the power and responsibilities of womanhood. getting in touch with your special neshama, and making new friends, all in such a fun way. You are now ladies. Welcome to the wonderful world of proud Jewish women. Your godly soul is now fully developed, and you are entering a new stage in your life as a Jew. We know you will do great things because remember, you've got the power. You know what to do. We love you, and we would love to stay in touch. Love, Ita and Racheli. Thank you, Iris. You can go sit down. I'd like to now call up Maya and Ella.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our group Bat Mitzvah. Thank you for being here to celebrate this simcha. During our time with the MTC, we learned about traditions, commitments, values, beliefs, and what it means to be a Jewish woman. We were taught that we become Bat Mitzvah as soon as we turn 12, and an important responsibility as a young Jewish woman is making good choices. We would like to share with you what it means to make good choices. Making good choices leads us in the right direction to fulfill our purpose in life. For example, choosing to surround ourselves with people who are kind and wise can help us become strong individuals that don't worry about what other people think.
Being responsible to your family is a good choice. We should do our part to help create a loving and warm home. For example, doing your chores and listening to your parents.
Following family tradition is a good choice. Traditions passed down from generations will help us form our Jewish identity, and it will be our responsibility to pass these values to the next generation.
Helping the elderly is a good choice. If you have grandparents, try to be aware of what they may need. For example, carrying the groceries in the house, help with the gardening, and then most importantly, just spending time with them.
Giving others respect by not taking what's not yours. Respecting other people's property. Choosing to ask if you want something instead of just taking it.
Helping a stranger is a good choice. This can be even more meaningful than helping someone we know because we are not expecting anything in return. This is a true selfless act.
Being a caring person is a good choice because you never know what people are going through. So even a simple gesture like holding a door open or just saying hello to a stranger can have a big impact on them.
Every one of us has a responsibility of making good choices. It is important that we think about our actions and how they affect others, but also how it affects ourselves. This will help us live a more meaningful life.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned a lot from this speech. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Thank you, girls. That was lovely. I'd like to now call up Eden.
Today, I will be talking about challah. Before we start, I have a joke that I would like to tell. What martial art does challah bread do? Judo. What is challah? As Jews, we know challah as a special kind of braided bread that we eat on Shabbat and on several Jewish holidays. In fact, the word challah can be used to refer to any type of bread that is used for Jewish rituals. But the word challah also refers to the mitzvah of separating a portion of dough before beginning braiding, as a contribution to the Kohen, a high priest. This commandment was observed during temple times when the Kohanim served in the holy temple as representatives of the Jewish people. Since they did not own land or conduct business, their needs were provided for by the rest of the population. Challah was one such donation. Even today, when you are separating the dough, the heavens are open and Hashem is listening to you. My mom told me that when she was pregnant with me, she used to make challah and prayed that I would be born healthy. And of course, I was born fabulous. Most of the time, the challah is an oval shape, as my dad would say, like a rugby ball. However, on Rosh Hashanah, the challah is a round shape to symbolize the never-ending cycle of years and seasons. Why do we eat challah? It is a commandment to eat 2 whole loaves of dough on Shabbat, whatever their shape. This signifies that when the Jews were in the desert, waiting to enter the land of Israel, they received daily manna from heaven to keep themselves nourished. On Friday, they received 2 portions of manna from heaven, and that is why we have 2 challah on the Shabbat table. What does challah mean to me? Challah is very special to me because it reminds me of some of the places that I have lived in. In Kenya and India, we sometimes struggled to get challah, so I used to watch my mom make it at home. It was delicious. In Denmark, during COVID, it was nearly impossible to get a regular supply of challah. My mom and I used to prepare dough, braid it, and bake challah on Thursday nights. Since we moved to Canada, it has been easy to find challah at any supermarket. Why do we bless the challah? So we can eat it, obviously, and also because bread from the 5 species that our sages identified, wheat, barley, rye, spelt, or oats, require the blessing hamotzi before we can eat it. In order to be considered bread, the main liquid needs to be water, and it needs to be baked. In addition to the blessing, bread has a special requirement that we need to wash our hands before eating it. The hamotzi blessing covers everything you eat part of the meal, except for dessert and wine. It's similar to Bon Appetit in Quebec. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who brings forth bread from the earth.
Thank you, Eden. Well done. I'd like to now call up Cameron and Emma. Please come up.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Emma.
And my name is Cameron.
We are so happy to be speaking together tonight. We attend Royalville School, and we have known each other since kindergarten.
Tonight we will be speaking about inner and outer beauty. Each Bat Mitzvah class focused on a topic, and we really enjoyed learning about this the most.
Let us take a few moments to explain this activity of that week. We sat at a table with boxes for each of us. All the boxes were different. Some were plain and some were sparkly and colorful. Each box had a prize inside. Cameron and I both went for the most colorful boxes, thinking that, of course, the better prize would be inside.
But when we opened all the boxes at the same time, we noticed that there was the same prize in each one. We came to realize that the boxes represent that you don't have to dress fancy to attract anyone, to attract attention. Rather, it is what's on the inside that matters. This lesson is demonstrated in our daily lives. At school, and when we go out with our friends, we dress modestly. At our Bat Mitzvah, we cover our shoulders to respect the modesty laws set out by Judaism.
In addition, when the Torah is removed from the ark, it is always covered because it is sacred. The Jewish term for modesty is tzniut. This term means looking past your superficial layers and seeing people's inner beauty. The challenge of tzniut is to protect every aspect of yourself and draw attention to your true identity. Therefore, covering your body makes the important choice to not draw attention to the outside, but more to the inside, which is your inner beauty.
Modesty is the foundation of Jewish values, and here's an example of how it relates to the Torah. Esther, the queen of Persia, lived her life this way. Her inner beauty was so attractive to the king that he chose her as his queen. She then used her influence over the king to free the Jews from the wicked Haman's plot. As we can see here, dressing modestly commands respect both in the times of the Torah and today.
Modesty isn't just the way we dress, but the way we act. Tzniut describes exactly this, the character trait of modesty and also the laws pertaining to how we behave. Tonight, while we celebrate this milestone together, we look around the room and instead of focusing on what we're wearing, we reflect on each other, on each person's inner beauty and the experience we shared together this year.
Thank you all for coming, and we look forward to celebrating all together this evening.
Well done, girls. That was lovely. Excellent. Good job. I'd like to now call up Jacqueline.
Good evening. My name is Jacqueline Riva, and today I'm going to talk to you about Shabbos candles. For as long as I could remember, I would light Shabbos candles with my mom and my sisters every Friday night at sundown. Lighting Shabbos candles is something every girl in my family starts doing when they turn 3. Why do we light Shabbos candles? Originally, Shabbos candles served a practical purpose. The flame provided a source of light after the sun went down, because the Torah forbids Jews from kindling fire or turning on the lights on Shabbos. Therefore, lighting candles just before Shabbos starts allows us to see through the darkness while we enjoy the celebration of the Shabbos dinner. The Torah commands us to honor the Shabbos and to make it a day of pleasure and peace. The candles bring light to the home, which gives us a sense of peace and calmness. Our sages say that the privilege of lighting the Shabbos candles belongs to the woman, because women set the foundation of every Jewish home. It is our job to ensure our home is filled with light, harmony, spiritually and godly. This tradition has become an important part of my Friday night ritual. Right after I light the candles, I close my eyes and say a blessing. After this time, the gates to heaven are open. So this is when I ask Hashem for anything I want or need. As I get older, I have come to appreciate the beauty of Shabbos and lighting the candles. It reminds me of the importance of family, of community, and of power of Jewish women. It is with this tradition that we honor the role of women in Jewish history and in our lives today. As I stand before you today, celebrating my bat mitzvah, I am proud to be a young woman and to carry on this important tradition. Let us take a moment each week to light the candles, to connect with our faith and with each other, and to appreciate the blessing in our lives. May the light of the candles bring warmth and peace into our homes, and may we merit the coming of Mashiach. Thank you and good Shabbos.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Jacqueline. Excellent. Good job. I'd like to now call up Chloe.
Dear family and friends, Shabbat Shalom, and thank you for joining me on this special day. My name is Chloe Nahum. I attend a private all-girls school called The Study. Today, as I stand before you as a bat mitzvah girl, I want to reflect on the women of Tanakh who have inspired me and taught me important lessons. From Miriam, leading the women in song and dance after crossing the Red Sea, to Esther, using her position as queen to save her people from extermination. The women of Tanakh are strong, intelligent, and courageous. These women not only played an important role in the narrative, but their speeches and actions serve as powerful examples to us today. One of the women who particularly inspired me is Deborah. She was a prophetess and judge who led Israel in the battle against the Canaanites. In her victory speech, she praised God for the success of the battle and used her talents to serve her people. But what I find most inspiring about Deborah is how she defied the expectations of her time. In a male-dominated society, she rose to a leadership position and used her talents and abilities to serve her people. As I stand here today, I am very aware of the challenges facing young women in our time. Despite the laws prohibiting gender discrimination, women continue to be objectified and face disparities in education and promotion. Although advances in women's rights have been made over the past 50 years through the important work of Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Gloria Steinem, we still live in a world where women are often marginalized, oppressed, or undervalued. But the stories of the women of Tanakh remind us that women have always had the strength, the courage, and the intelligence to overcome these challenges. As I begin a new chapter in my life, I want to commit to using my own talents and abilities to make a positive difference in the world. Whether it's through volunteering, activism, or pursuing my own passions and dreams, I want to follow in the footsteps of these women and use my voice to make a difference. Thank you to my family and friends for your love and support. And thank you to the women of Tanakh for inspiring me to be the best version of myself. Shabbat Shalom.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Chloe. Well done. I'd like to now call up Sarah.
Hello, my name is Sarah Chana Putterman. The topic I chose to speak about is the importance of a Hebrew name. In Judaism, a person's Hebrew name is something that describes their deepest part of them. And when parents name their baby, it is the time in their life that they are granted a kind of unconscious prophecy. So in Judaism, a person's Hebrew name isn't random, but rather a person's Hebrew name is what defines them. Names are important and they have great meanings. You fit into your name. Your name is a part of you. You fit into your name and your name fits you. You grow into your name and you become your name. I want to tell you about my name, which is related to the 11th of Nisan, the Rebbe's birthday. My Hebrew name is Sarah Chana. My parents chose the name Sarah for me in order to honor my late grandfather, Papi Ben, whose Hebrew name was Avraham, and Avraham's wife's name was Sarah. Sarah was also the mother of the Jewish people, a kind woman who always had her doors open to strangers and friends. My friend, Sarah also means princess. But what is a princess? A princess is not only to be beautiful and wearing long dresses like in fairy tales and movies, but for me, a princess means to be more beautiful inside and to be kind and respectful to others and to be an example to others through my actions. My second name is Chana. Chana was to honor the Rebbe because the Rebbe's mother's name was Chana, and my birthday is on the Rebbe's birthday. Chana means grace and reminds me to be graceful and strong like the Rebbe's mother was. My 12th birthday is so special because it is when a Jewish girl turns bat mitzvah. But what is a bat mitzvah? Literally, it means the daughter of a mitzvah. A bat mitzvah is the day a Jewish girl is considered an adult by the Torah. Before I was a kid, I wasn't responsible for my actions, but now I am. These powerful women, Sarah and Hannah, teach me that it means to not only to be a strong Jewish woman, but to be a graceful and kind leader. A leader is someone who stands by to what she thinks is right, even when sometimes that is hard. So as I stand here today as a bat mitzvah girl, I hope to be able to show the strength in my character in doing what is right and being a good example to others. I hope that by always trying to do what is right, I will be able to reveal the good in myself and in those around me to be a true Sarah Hannah graceful princess.
Well done, Sarah. Thank you. Excellent. I'd like to now call up Michaela and Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and I was born February 6, 2011.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and I was born February 8th, 2011.
Little did we know we were born right across the hall from each other and would soon become close friends from the age of 18 months.
We would attend Hebrew Day School together,
Then move on to Royalville for elementary school.
and soon start our high school journey together at Bialik.
Today marks an important milestone in our lives as we perform our bat mitzvah. As we stand here before you, we can't help but feel grateful for the many blessings in our lives. While we reflect on this special day, we are reminded of the importance of giving to others through charity.
Charity is a fundamental part of our Jewish faith, and it teaches us to be generous towards others. Through charity, we have the power to make a positive impact on the world around us and to help those in need.
Charity has a special place in our hearts from the age of 5. From the age of 5, we celebrate our birthdays together. One year, we decided to donate half of the presents to the Montreal Children's Hospital, as we knew how fortunate we were and others were not as lucky. We did that for a few years, then we decided to participate in ECOASH, where instead of asking people for gifts for our birthday, we asked them for money and then donated half that money to the Children's Hospital.
During COVID, we were not allowed to have parties. We decided to sell bracelets outside of our houses. We raised more than $500 in a week and gave it all to the Children's Hospital. We are now proud to say that we are ambassadors of the Montreal's Children's Hospital.
Charity is more than just giving money. It's about giving our time and resources and our love to those who are less fortunate. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, can have a ripple effect that can reach far beyond what we can imagine. In the Torah, we are taught to give tzedakah, which means righteousness or justice.
This concept emphasizes that giving to charity is not just a nice thing to do, but a moral obligation for us. Before we conclude, we want to thank the rabbi and our bat mitzvah teachers, Ita and Rochelle, for this amazing, meaningful year of learning.
I want to thank my entire family for coming to celebrate this special day with me, to my grandparents for always loving me and supporting me in everything I do, to my brother Jackson, you are my partner in crime. I'm so lucky to have you as a brother, even if you only talk about hockey. Lastly, I want to give a special thank you to my parents for being such great role models, especially in the area of charity and giving back to others. They always encourage me to do my best no matter what the scenario is, and I love them from the bottom of my heart.
I want to thank my family for always being there for me. I'm grateful to my aunts and uncles and cousins here for being here to celebrate this special occasion. I want to thank my grandparents for picking me up when I fall, for always taking care of me, and to make me smile when I'm feeling down. I'm so grateful to have you all in my life. To my sister, Cara, I am grateful to have you as my sister and as my friend. I also want to say a special thank you to my parents who have supported me through everything and have given me advice when I need it most. I would not be here without your support and guidance. They have taught me a lot over the years that I will bring with me for the rest of my life. I hope that they know that I love them very much, always and forever.
We hope that we can all take the spirit of charity with us
and make a positive impact on the world around us. Thank you.
Well done. That was fantastic, girls. Excellent. Okay, and now we have Sarah. Please come up.
Rabbi Noah Weinberg once said, "If you don't know what you're living for, you haven't yet lived." I'm Sarah Ullman, and I attend Royal Vale School. Over the past 9 months, I got the opportunity to learn about the importance and significance of becoming a Jewish woman as I prepare for my bat mitzvah today. We learned about many different topics, but the one that stood out to me the most was neshama, because although we have two souls, the animal soul and the godly soul, it is my bat mitzvah that helped me learn the difference between the two. The animal soul is when we have immediate needs that need to be met immediately, like when we're younger and we want a toy at the store, or when we're hungry or tired. We'll scream and shout until we get what we want when we want it. I also learned about the godly soul, which is all about doing the right thing, even if it's hard or uncomfortable. We have our bat mitzvah at the age of 12 because that's when our godly soul is fully matured. Now, when I want something, I'm able to stop and reflect and take a moment to see which soul I'm using or should be using and act accordingly. I now know what I'm living for, to listen to my godly soul and help others just like they've helped me throughout my life. I want to thank my aunts, uncles, and cousins for coming to my special day, my bubby Maida for always cheering me on, my sister Emma for testing my godly soul and being my best friend, my parents for always being there for me and helping me see through a godly lens. I would also like to thank my late bubby Helen and Grandpa George for always being there for me even if they're not here right now, and my bubby Sally and Zadie Stanley, who I heard so much about but I've never met. Thank you all for coming and sharing my special day.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, Sarah. Yeah, let's hear it for the bat mitzvah girls. Wow. Wow, amazing girls. I'd like to now call up Rabbi Nu to please say a few words.
Wow, girls, that was so inspirational and educational. We learned so much. Thank you. And a special thank you, of course, to your wonderful teachers, Ita and Racheli. And the big mazel tov to parents and grandparents and brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles who have come here to celebrate and enjoy the Naches. So, what does bat mitzvah mean? Bat means daughter. Bar, the guy thing, means son. Mitzvah, mitzvah means, well, actually, often translated as good deed. That's true. It also means commandment. That's true too, as you girls have learned and shared with us today. But friends, its deepest meaning is connection. Just this morning, somebody asked me, why are there so many commandments? 613. Like 40, that's a lot. Why so many? Mind you, of the 613, most are not actually applicable under the current circumstances, but in theory, there are a lot. So what's a mitzvah, friends? A mitzvah is God saying, I want to be part of your life. You're everything to me. And all I crave is that you let me in and be part of every detail of your life, because it's all precious to me. And each one of you is everything. And that's why there's so many mitzvahs, connections. Hashem says, I want to be part of the way you eat. Kosher, challah. I want to be part of the way you love. Chuppah, mikveh. I want to be part of the way you earn your living, the love of honesty, tzedakah, and so on. So bat mitzvah means, or bar mitzvah for the guy, but he takes a year later to kind of get it. Eventually they do. I should say we, right? Bat mitzvah means you've reached the age where you now understand how important and precious you are, how you are everything. Everything you do makes all the difference in the world. When you fulfill a mitzvah, and this is true, of course, of all of us, because we're all that special person, we invite God into that moment, into our lives, and it's not just for us. We make the world a better place with every mitzvah. We bring godliness to the world, sanctity, goodness, light. Bat mitzvah means not that I need, but that I'm needed. And that's our deepest need, friends. It's not to have more things and get more things. It's that I count. I'm needed. Hashem needs me. The world needs me. Every one of our mitzvahs is everything. So thank you for celebrating your bat mitzvah and sharing this with us, because you're inspiring all of us to think about, like, why are we here? What's our purpose? What difference do we really make? And the answer is everything in the world. Guys, your tefillin, your tzedakah, your Shabbat, it means the world to God and the world to each and every one of us. So I want to conclude by blessing you to continue to grow. It doesn't stop here at the MTC Bat Mitzvah Club, right? You're going to stay in touch, and I'm sure I know there are programs down the line, all kinds of wonderful opportunities to continue to grow into mitzvahs. May you be a source of wonderful joy, pride, and nachas to your parents, grandparents, uncles and aunts, brothers and sisters, and all of us, because we are all one family. The Jewish people are one family. We're all brothers and sisters. And may we merit, friends, without delay, an end to all suffering and pain. One day, God promises, and we're going to make it happen. We are making it happen. It's going to be Shabbat for everyone and forever. A world that welcomes every human being, that celebrates the dignity of every human being, that celebrates that every human being is the whole world. That's Shabbat. May we merit that without delay, with simcha, with joy, with happy hearts, and with nachat. Shabbat shalom. We'll see you guys later.
Thank you so, so much. We are now going to have a video presentation, so please have a look at the screen.
My name is Sophia. Jacqueline. Kira. Lauren. The best part about BMC is how I can come here and I'm with all my friends, and also I learn all these amazing things.
The best part about Mitzvah class is getting to meet all the new people.
My name is Sophia.
Jacqueline. Lauren.
The best part about BMC is how I can come here and I'm with all my friends, and also I learn all these amazing
the activities and learning.
getting to meet all the
being
new
with my friends,
people.
The best part of Bat Mitzvah Club is being with my friends and just having fun with them and learning new things.
The best part of the MTC is being around all my friends.
I learned about the candle lighting.
The best part is the activities and learning with my friends.
My godly soul.
How respecting your parents is very important.
Favorite part is probably being with my friends, learning new things.
The best part of Bat Mitzvah Club is learning.
The best part of Bat Mitzvah Club is being with my friends and just having fun with them and learning new things.
Jewish women history.
The best part of Bat Mitzvah Club is learning.
Meeting new people and making new friends.
I like
All the people.
being here with my friends.
I'd like to take this
I learned a lot
opportunity
of things.
to thank
our
some of the
godly
staff
soul.
at the
Jewish women
MTC.
history.
I'd like to give a huge thank you to Velvel Minkowitz. For taking
Meeting new
care of
people
tonight's
and
event.
making new friends.
Thanks to him, the ceremony was seamless. He always is so practical, has great suggestions, and we're really lucky to have him here. Thank you so much, and we really appreciate everything you do. I want to give a thank you to Zeldy Treidel. Thank you for organizing the beautiful dinner, which will follow shortly, and for guiding myself in creating this Bat Mitzvah program and always continuing to help me whenever in need. So thank you. I'd also like to thank Chani Teitelbaum. Is she here? Okay, well, Chani, she does a lot of the work behind the scenes for this program to run smoothly throughout the year. From creating the online forms, graphic designs, and printing, just a few examples of what she's done. Chani thinks of everything and ensures that every detail has been thought of, and always with a smile. So thank you, Chani, if you hear me. I'd also like to thank Racheli Spiro. Thank you for joining me this year and teaching the Bat Mitzvah girls. Thank God we had 2 groups this year. Racheli brought her expertise and experience as an educator to our Bat Mitzvah sessions and upped the lessons with her creative ideas and experience. She was an amazing support for me, always ready to help in any way she could. It was a pleasure working with you. Please come up. I have a gift for you. Mazel tov to you girls and to all your families. Okay, so some of you may know, but many hundreds of women, Jewish women, around the city are going to be lighting Shabbat candles this week as a special project in memory of Sigal, Bat Sarah, the Yorem wise men. We too will join them. This Shabbat candle lighting will be for her neshama. In a few moments, all the women and girls will light the Shabbat candles. So listen carefully. Each family has 1 or 2 or 3 trays with Shabbat candles. You will find also a tzedakah box, a charity box, and some coins. Everyone, men, women, and children, will all give 1 or 2 coins to the charity box. And you'll also see matches. We will light the Shabbat candles together, and we will all say the blessing. Once everyone has lit their candles, we're going to say the blessing together. So, once you've lit the Shabbat candles, please wait for everyone to say the blessing together. Anyone that is not staying for the Shabbat dinner, please have in mind that you're going to be accepting Shabbat just before sundown. So you're not accepting Shabbat now, but you'll accept it later on. Okay, so don't light yet. We have to wait till we can light, so we're going to wait just a few more minutes. But in the meantime, please take the tzedakah coins and give some tzedakah, as we learned from our girls, charity giving. So we're going to do that, and if you have enough, you can give at least 2 coins, 1 for today and 1 for tomorrow, because we don't give on Shabbat. So, Bat Mitzvah girls, you can go join your families, because you're going to be lighting with your mums and your guests. Please don't light yet. I will announce when it's the right time to light. So please join your families, give the tzedakah, and in just a couple moments, we're going to light the Shabbat candles.